Hi, I'm Avlin and I'm an intern with Lexus and Company, and today I'm going to discuss theories of IPR. Natural rights theory, also known as labor theory. This theory was propounded by John Locke. This theory states that fruit of labor should be rewarded. The main idea behind this theory is that a natural right over the production of their intellectual property. This theory does not make any difference between the intellectual property and the traditional physical property, including the right to use, the right to exclude others from the use, and the right to transfer the own rights. So, anyone who violates the rights, so anyone who violates the intellectual rights of an author or inventor is considered to have committed theft. So, the major drawbacks of this theory are new creators build on the works of the predecessors. They build a new product on the base of the product that was earlier in the market. In this sense, the intellectual property is rarely a creation from nothing, and that creates a problem in calling it a property of individually of someone. Moving further to the second theory, that is utilitarian theory, also known as incentive theory, which means ज़्यादा लोग ज़्यादा benefit. This theory was propounded by Mill and Bentham. The base of the theory is industrial progress and cultural goods have a beneficial effect on the society. In order to promote the inventions and creations, the titler needs the guarantee that the outcome will be more than his work. That is, the outcome will be more superior to that of his work. Intensive theory justifies intellectual rights as of the benefit that they bring for the whole society. Social planning theory is one of the aspects of incentive theory. This is different from utilitarian theory as theory does not go beyond the welfare of the society to as much of the broader vision of the society which is being approached or which is being done by the intellectual property rights. Then we have the ethnic and the reward theory. This theory justifies the rights of intellectual property with some ethics and morals aspect. Exclusive rights means an expression of gratitude towards the author for doing more than the society expects him to do or feels that they are obliged to do. But this theory suggests that the inventor can benefit more than his amount of hard work in the initial period, and letting him keeping the right for a long time is excessive. Next theory which we have is personalhood theory or personality theory. This theory is propounded by Hegel, and this theory is based on the philosophy of law by Kant. This theory states that intellectual rights permit and protect developing of the personality which extends to material things. Similarly, copier is considered as thief who offers to the public someone else's spirit. That is, someone is copying some other's work, he is also considered to be thief according to this theory, as we have discussed in the earlier theory as well, which was which was natural theory or labor theory. The problem in this theory was that work was considered to be independent of his creator, but was dependent on public. As a matter of fact, the work obtains substance only as other decides to attach importance to it, because the creator himself is not attaching that much of importance to the product or to the thing, and others are doing that. So therefore this theory is dependent more on public and is independent of the creator, and this is the main drawback of this theory. Moving further further to our last theory, which is prospect theory of patent. This is given by Edmund Kinch. This theory applies to both intellectual property and public goods. According to this theory, patents were viewed as an important in proving incentives for investment in increasing the value of patent technology. So these were all theories related to intellectual property rights. Thank you.